In the heart of Guatemala lies Joyava, a municipality surrounded by majestic mountains and lush nature. This place is home to predominantly indigenous communities deeply rooted in the Quiche Mayan culture. Here, ancestral traditions are lived with pride. As daily life unfolds among the vibrant colors of the markets and the unhurried pace of rural life, however, Joyava also faces significant challenges. Despite its cultural richness, poverty remains a reality that affects most families. Limited access to essential services such as healthcare has created a gap that hinders the full development of the community. Both children and adults face illnesses and conditions that, under different circumstances, could be easily prevented or treated. Amidst these difficulties, S.E.M.O, through the Ray of Hope program, provides free therapy and medical care to children with disabilities in Joyava. During this mission trip, a group of speech therapy students from Southeast Missouri State University, S.E.M.O, has come here to offer their support. Their mission is to help several children in the Ray of Hope program, teaching them new ways to communicate and strengthening the connection between them and their families.
So we brought handouts to the families explaining some basic sign language and handouts that were communication boards, paper versions, and the communication boards have symbols and words for those who can read and to help the parents. To give them an alternate way to communicate if their kids are nonverbal. So teaching the parents and the kids how to use the communication boards, to request things, to say that they're hungry, to say that they do or don't want something. And the sign language is kind of for the same thing. A lot of these kids invent their own sign, which is fine, but it means that it's not known by everybody. It's just known by their mom or their dad. And if they have signs that are kind of universal, that the whole family can look at the paper and know, oh, this means more, this means please, then that kind of helps them communicate better as well.
The parents who are a part of the Ray of Hope program face daily challenges that go beyond what one can imagine. Raising a child with a disability in a region like Joyava is no easy task. For many of these families, simply getting to a medical or a therapy appointment can become a significant challenge. Those living in the remote mountainous areas often do not have access to reliable public transportation. And even if some do have the access to the transportation, the lack of financial resources is a constant obstacle. The cost of traveling long distances to receive medical care or specialized therapies is problematic for many of these families who are already struggling to meet basic needs. Adding to these difficulties is the emotional burden of not being able to provide their children with the care they need to fully develop. Each of these factors alone is a considerable challenge, but together they present an immense difficulty that tests the resilience and unconditional love of these parents.
Friday, came home, waved to a neighbor I don't know. He smiled at me and I believe he was doing just fine. His eyes, can't lie, something tearing him up on the inside. I wonder what it is, I should ask him. Oh, but I got my own life. Will I pass by? Or am I gonna take the time?
Abrir, querer, si quiere algo. Comer. Por favor. Por favor. ¿Puedes decirme con tu mano? Por favor. He's trying, but he's doing it over here. Por favor. Por favor. Ajá, bueno. ¿Tienes más por burbuja? Ajá, qué bueno.
Pues ni me las marché chives, porque ancha un apoyo si ya chue y tanto como las niñas quieren entonces pues quiere aprender se Y van a agradecer mucho chihuete chispitek ya que es apoyo chueque. Que requingulin pues kiktek pues chuchi y uchloch shipir lech chikan si hoche chichowek y chikan S.E.M.O también. Entonces arregla mucho chingulin mucho han divertir. Entonces tanto como kiktek mis porque requingulin mucho kiktek porque S.E.M.O an noy kiktek se alegría shuna requingulin. Entonces nem los matios chive.
The activities we did with the families were hands-on. We got to see a lot of playing, a lot of gestures, a lot of trying to get those syllables out of the kids. But not only that, but we also got to play with their siblings, which added to the fun and the activities. My favorite part of this trip was connecting with the families. Even though we can't speak Spanish, we tried and they were very kind and patient with us, and we actually did really connect with each family, and that meant the most to me.
Tú dime otra.
Otra.
¿Ves?
¿Ves?
Bueno, ¿dónde?
¿Dónde?
This experience helps students by exposing them to a different culture and a different way of life that we don't always get to experience or see back home in the States.
It's helped my academic development a lot because I was really nervous going into this next semester, having clinic and having no experience. And after this trip, I'm feeling a little more confident and comfortable with going into that class.
What impacted me the most on this mission trip was being able to serve others. I am thankful that I was able to spend a week of not being a service to myself, and it's beautiful to be able to see the impact that I can make on other people's lives. So I would say that's what impacted me the most, is being able to be selfless and being able to serve others for a week.
On their last day in Huayva, the S.E.M.O students had the opportunity to visit a rural school alongside the S.E.M.O staff. There they played and shared special moments with the children at the country school.
It's a blessing.
Purposeful. It's very moving.
Humbling.
Eye-opening.